It's 5 o'clock on this Wednesday evening, September 23rd, 2020. It's time now for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this Wednesday evening, September 23rd, 2020. It's 5 o'clock. Mountain temperature is 79 degrees. Top stories on the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this Wednesday evening is Ronald Davis and Kerry Washington lead first LA reaction to the Breonna Taylor case as 5 Louisville officers indicted on criminal charges but not her death. Larry Hogan, the governor of Maryland, says Senate should not confirm Trump Supreme Court nominee before election. Newsom calls for California ban on new gas fuel cars by 2035. GOP report Hunter Biden's Ukraine job problematic effect on policy unclear. Trump campaign actually discussing radical measures to bypass election results. 9 out of every 10 restaurants and bars in New York City can't pay full rent. Fauci fires back at Senator Paul. You're not listening to the CDC director. Judge Napolitano said he was appalled at every effort to turn the Supreme Court into a super legislature. House Democrats unveil package of reforms aimed at Trump. Fauci calls 200,000 pandemic death toll sobering and in some respects stunning. Judge orders Trump to sit for New York Attorney General deposition before the election. Despite mass protests, Belarus President Lukashenko swears himself in for the 6th term in secret ceremony. Putin calls for the Macron anomaly was disaster. Hurt Russia, sources said, business leader said. At least 80 whales dead in Australia's largest ever mass stranding. Cult leader claims to be Jesus arrested in Russia. Antarctica sheet to melt raise sea levels by 8.5 feet, even under Paris Agreement. Educational efforts increase use of HIV prevent the drug in Africa by 55%. South Korea tech giants expanded robotics amid COVID-19. TikTok on Wednesday banned advertisements for fast naps and weight loss supplements from its social media platform, citing the need to keep users safe from harmful content and behavior. South Korea has witnessed a steady increase in the numbers of undocumented foreign nationals in recent years, and related crimes are on the rise, according to a lawmaker. Belarus President Alexander Lukashenko was inaugurated in a sacred ceremony Wednesday for a new term in office, mainly to avoid among demonstrators. Mars Foods on Wednesday announced its changes will make the name of the Uncle Ben rice brand due to racial imagery. North Korean state media condemned the South government for proposing economic policies that promote environmental sustainability and improve ties to Pyongyang. Looking at stocks now, down 526.29 at 26,761. S&P 500 down 78.65 at 3236.92, and Nasdaq down 330.65 at 1063.2.99. Fauci tells Congress the U.S. could have enough coronavirus vaccine doses for every American by April. Friends Group donates $50,000 to provide water services at Cape Park Zoo. Military medical personnel dealing with COVID-19 return home. Tesla incorporated suits the Trump administration in this weekend in an effort to keep it from collecting tariffs on parts of the electric automaker received from China. TikTok on Wednesday banned advertisement for fast apps and weight loss supplements from its social media platform, citing the need to keep users safe from harmful content and behavior. Justice Department called the performance Wednesday test, Section 230 of the Communication Decency Act that largely protects internet companies from responsibility for data posted by users. Rebecca Ginsburg was hailed as the nation's leading advocate against gender discrimination, as reflected to great Catholic lead in the proposing U.S. Supreme Court on Wednesday. As bill passed this week brings Army Sergeant First Class Owen Cash, who died in 2005 after sustaining injuries in Iraq, a step close to the Medal of Honor. Tesla promises the cars that connect to the grid even if Elon Musk doesn't really want to. Wells Fargo CEO apologized for commenting on recruiting black employees. Earth Maine can get a new minimum at night, just be 1960 space junk. NASA administrator warns ISS space junk problem is getting worse after 3 near collisions. CDC walks back in guidance on airborne transmission of coronavirus. Coronavirus mutation seen in massive new study of genetic sequences from Houston. Scientists discovered sugar molecules in SARS-CoV-2's coronavirus spectrum play an active role in infection. Peter Joel News Time is 5:05. After air traffic at New Bedford Regional Airport was nearly grounded during the early months of the pandemic, it began to rebound. Officials say we saw a pretty significant drop after March 1st cut service. In collaboration with nonprofit 24-Hour Power Incorporated and the Plymouth County Drug Abuse Task Force, a new group spotted Roxy, the new mascot in the community's fighting against opioid addiction, is veiled in Brockton. Brockton's Shaw Center may become winter COVID testing site. $40 housing project has 100 apartments on the eastern Brockton line. Man shot by Kingston police ordered held in medical facility as a Kingston police officer shot Alexander Bakudis in the shoulder on Tuesday night at the Kingston Collection Mall. Now, sports time at 5:06. Jacksonville Jaguars to start wicket kicker after Josh Lambo placed on injured reserve. Gail Sayers, who won NFL fans inspired love TV movie, dies at 77, and Chargers team doctor excellent punches QB Taylor's lung. Boston Red Sox tonight take on Baltimore's game time 7:30 p.m. and the Boston Celtics take on Miami Heat game time 8:30 p.m. Peter Chill News Time is 5:06. Time now for Peter Chill traffic and transit check. Baby, on the MBTA subway system looking good. Commuter rail. All inbound Franklin train main street delays up to 20 minutes due to a signal issue and individual alert and meaning needed. And outbound Franklin train main street delays up to 20 minutes between Winter Gardens and First Park 495 due to a signal issue and individual referred to be seen as needed. And the ferries are looking good. $95 in the southbound side, so between Spectacular Providence. $95 northbound side, so in downtown Providence. $195 westbound, so between East Providence and Providence. And $295 southbound side, so around the Massachusetts border. $146 on both ends, back on the Sills Road in North Smithfield, Rhode Island. $295 in the northbound side, so in Cranston, Massachusetts. And $95 in the northbound side, slow between Route 4 and East Greenwich down to Warwick. Route 4 and the northbound side, so between East Greenwich down to Cowaset. Jamestown Bridge on 138 to Buffins back there in Jamestown area, and Jamestown Mount up, Sacramento River, and Newport Bridge is on, looking good. Route 6 on the westbound side, a little bit slow around 124 in Brewster, and Route 6 westbound, so between 132 down to 149 at the high end stretch. And Borden Bridge is southbound side, a little bit slow, 20 on the northbound side, so the Borden Rotary, 44 eastbound, westbound, also 105 in Middleborough, Massachusetts, and 120 southbound side, so between Westwood all the way down to 24 Canton, 120 on the northbound side, so between Route Braintree split all the way down on the 24 in Canton, and 95 southbound side, so on the Boxborough Emancipated around Route 495. South Expressway southbound, so between Quincy and down to Braintree. South Expressway southbound side, also in Mass Ave. Exit Route 1 on the northbound side, so between Charlestown and Chelsea, and 120 on the northbound side, so between 3 and Woburn on the line, Route 20 out in Reading. 390, 395, looking good from 120 to New Hampshire border, 495, a little bit slow around 113 up in April. 93 southbound side, also between 30 down to Windham, New Hampshire. 495 stop and go between Bucksburg down to Bolton. And Route 395 on the northbound side, a little bit slower. Route 20 in Auburn. And Western Mass highways are looking good. And 84 westbound side, a little bit slow around West Rockford area. And 84 westbound slow around Route 8 in Waterbury, Connecticut. And 84 eastbound side, a little bit slower to Newtown, Connecticut. Merritt Parkway, a little bit slow between Sempert all the way down to Trumbull. 95 slow between Greenwich down to Milford, Connecticut. And 95 southbound side, also New Haven, Connecticut. And 95 looking good, except a little bit slow around the Hampton Tolls, New Hampshire. And Everett Turback looking good from Nashua down to Cork, New Hampshire. And up in Maine Turback a little bit slow around Route 22 out of the Portland International Jetport of Maine Turback a little bit slow in Gray, Maine. But looking good, the Maine Turback from York all the way down to Augusta, Maine. 95 northbound side, Wilson, Lincoln, Maine. And And 89 northbound side lows on Wilton, Vermont. And 91 southbound side lows on upstate Vermont, around Newport, Vermont. Peter Channel News on 5:09. Time now for our Peter Channel weather report. Post-tropical cyclone Teddy, 50-mile-per-hour winds. And minutes up pressure 975 millibars, located 48.6 to the north, 59.6 to the west. Movement northeast at 31 miles an hour. The most significant hazards expected from today are dangerous waves and high winds from Newfoundland and tropical storm warnings are in effect parts of southern Newfoundland. Very large swells produced by Teddy are expected to affect portions of the Bermuda, Leeward Islands, and the Greater Antilles, the Bahamas, and east coast of the United States and Atlantic Canada during the next couple of days. These swells are expected to cause life-threatening surf and rip current conditions. And take a look at Beta, 11 a.m. advisory, 30 mile per hour winds, 1,007 miles, 30.2 to the north, 94.2 to the west, and movement east northeast at 9 miles an hour. Close to the home, it was a beautiful day, a little nice out. As high pressure over the Mid-Atlantic region will provide warm and dry weather into this weekend, with temperatures that grew to the peak in Sunday, providing such a summer-like conditions. A pattern change to a cherry weather for Sunday night and the next week with much needed rainfall around, and all but Washington is not expected many hours of dry weather during this time. Quiet and dry weather conditions, high pressure builds off the coast of the southeastern United States, and gusty afternoon winds will diminish late this evening and throughout the early Thursday morning. Mainly clear overnight with seasonal morning lows in the low in the middle 50s. Expect the same start on wet Thursday with the fears of river fog across western Massachusetts and Connecticut. Okay, forecast it goes like this. It's gonna be mostly just for night, low 55 degrees, west wind about 3 to 8 miles an hour, gust size 20 miles an hour. So if you got any outdoor activities, walking the dog, taking a walk, and grilling, perfect weather. And Thursday will be increased skies with a high 77 and a low 55. West wind about 3 to 6 miles per hour. Chest pressure is 0% for Friday. Most of the skies about 78 and low 57. Calm given southwest around 5 miles per hour in the afternoon. And for Saturday, most of the skies about 77 and low 61 degrees. And calm given south around 6 miles per hour in the afternoon. For Sunday, put the skies about 79 degrees. Southwest at about 9 miles per hour. Sunday night, check the showers after midnight. Mostly skies about 63 degrees. Southwest about 7 miles per hour. Chest pressure is 40%. Monday, showers likely me after 9 a.m. Mostly skies got about 74 degrees. Southwest about 7-11 miles per hour. Gust size 23 miles an hour. Closer to 30%. Monday night, check the showers. Mostly skies about 54 degrees. Southwest at about 3 to 7 miles per hour. Chest pressure is 40%. And for Tuesday, parts of the skies about 73 degrees. Southwest about 5 to 9 miles per hour. For Tuesday night, check the showers. Mostly skies about 57 degrees. Southwest about 8 miles per hour. Chest pressure is 40%. And for Wednesday, check the showers. Put the skies about 69 degrees. Southwest at about 7-11 miles per hour. Chest pressure 30%. Currently not in its first 79 degrees. That's me for the Peter Channel. 5 o'clock news on September 23rd, 2020 on a beautiful Wednesday evening. Peter J. Whisper, you have a good evening. If goodbye, take stay safe, be positive, be healthy, be well. We'll see you at 10 o'clock for 10 o'clock. Hope you have a good evening.